Today I'm talking climate change, the difference between climate and weather and just what's going on in the world right now. Currently in Australia, we have had our hottest month on record since records began in 1910. The country's mean temperature exceeded 30 degrees Celsius for the month of January. Our highest temperature for the month sat at 49.5 degrees Celsius. All this, and we didn't even have the predicted El Nino event that is usually associated with warmer temperatures. Now, this heat has caused states to battle epic bushfires, lower rainfall throughout large parts of the nation, enduring heat waves of over 43 days at 43 degrees Celsius, loss of biodiversity, loss of milk, loss of crops, human health impacts including deaths and respiratory issues due to an increase in ozone. And that's just a few of the things that happened. Conversely, heading to the Northern Hemisphere, they are battling extreme colds in North America right now due to a disturbance in the polar vortex. The polar vortex is an area of low pressure and extremely cold air that swirls anti-clockwise above the Arctic. When warmer air is forced north, it disturbs this tightly spinning wind and pushes extremely cold Arctic air south. Now, some locations are experiencing temperatures of minus 50 degrees Celsius. It's caused government, school, transport shutdown, deaths, congestion in homeless shelters, crop damage, animal deaths, you name it. The actual polar opposite of what's happening here in Australia right now, and no pun intended. Now, due to these weather events, we obviously will have uneducated politicians spruiking for global warming to return. Well, guys, this is actually an effect of global warming. But to understand this, you need to understand the difference between weather and climate. Weather is what's happening right here, right now, in this very moment, a snapshot in time, whilst climate is the average of past weather events recorded over a period of time. Obviously, cold weather and winters are normal occurrences in places all over the world. It doesn't indicate that climate change isn't occurring. In fact, the disturbance right now in the polar vortex is actually influenced by global warming due to warmer air changing the pattern of the jet stream and Arctic sea ice melting, the ground absorbing the heat and then releasing that heat during winter. So climate change, it's real, it's happening, and weather records are being broken all over the world each and every month, each and every year. But we can all play our part to slow greenhouse gas emissions and create a healthier, safer future for everyone. The best thing that you can do is use your voice and tell your local politicians that climate action is really important to you and it requires change to get your vote. Also, it requires individual behaviour change, so things that are easy like turning off the lights, driving less, taking more public transport, changing to a plant-based diet or becoming a flexitarian, cutting out some of your meat each and every week and changing it to plant-based meals. It actually makes a huge difference. And I'd love to hear exactly what you guys have been doing. So shoot me through some messages with what you do each and every day to reduce your footprint. And if you've got any tips and tricks for others about what they can do in their local areas or how to approach a politician. I hope you guys all learned something about climate change and what's going on.